Let me show you the easiest way of how you can build a custom WordPress plugin using AI, or what people now call vibe coding. If you are a WordPress developer who doesn't know a lot about coding, making a WordPress plugin used to be a complete nightmare, but not anymore thanks to AI. And the best part is we are only using the free resources in this video. In this video we are going to build a very simple plugin. Why simple is because this video is all about showing you the exact pathway and workflow of how you can create a WordPress plugin from scratch. Once you learn this process, you can build anything. You will be able to build a complete WordPress plugin based on your needs. You can even upload a plugin to it and make a replica of it and so on. And further, you can upload your plugin to WordPress repository or even create a pro version and sell it in the market to make some money. If you want me to cover those topics as well, then let me know in the comments. Alright, now let's get into it. The first step is we need to set up a local WordPress environment on our computer. To do that, just click this link in the video description to download WPStudio. It's super fast and easy to use. It will be available for Windows, Mac and Linux. I'm using Windows, so I'll click on download for Windows, which will download an .exe file for us. And then the second step is we need to download our coding agent, which is Cursor. And this is the AI tool that will generate the code of the plugin by our prompt. Just go to this link in the video description and download Cursor as well. And we will install both of these on our computer. Before that, let's also sign in to Cursor. So let's click sign in here. If you have an account, just type in your email and continue with email. If not, click sign up here. Then you can type in your detail, or you can sign up using Gmail, GitHub or continue with Apple. Let me continue with my Gmail. And let's continue. Let's type in our phone number here. Now we can go ahead and fill up these details, or we can do it later. So let me click this one. Skip for now. We are not going to use the pro version yet. And continue. We can also connect our GitHub, but maybe later. And then we will start using it in our desktop app that we are already downloading. Okay, both of our files have been downloaded. Let's install them one by one. First, I'll go with WPStudio. Let's click run. Now our studio has been installed. Let's quickly set it up. So you can log into your WordPress.com account, or you can skip this for now. And let's create a new website. So we'll build a new site and an empty website. Continue. You can give it any name. I'll call it something like this and add site. And you can allow Node.js to run. And that's it. Let's also set up our Cursor desktop app. So I'll run this file. We'll accept it. Next, next, and install. And Cursor has also been installed, so let's finish and launch it. And let's log in with the same account. And now it's ready to go, but you can see that we have not selected any repository. And to do it quickly, we can just launch the same website from WPStudio. Now we don't have any option here, but we can restart the studio, so I'll close it. And let's launch it again. And now you can see the Cursor option here. So just click Cursor. And now you can see the repository, my first plugin here. And we will be working with this folder only. Now before we start giving it prompt and creating the plugin, let's install the WordPress rules and instruction in Cursor so that it builds a plugin in such a way that is acceptable by WordPress repository or the WordPress itself. And to do that, go to Cursor directory. The link will be given in the description. And here search for WordPress and click on the first one. And these are the comprehensive WordPress rules and best practices. So let's add it to Cursor. Open. Now you can add it to this specific folder only, or you can apply it globally to the home if you want to follow the same rules for the future plugins. So I'll add it to home because I will be creating some other plugins as well. And rules added. Let's go back, do the same for all these. Again, we will install it globally. One more time. this one, open, and add to home. That's it. And to make sure those rules are installed correctly, just go to settings here and go to rules and skills, click home workspace guidance, and you will see them over here. Let's go back, and now we can start building our first plugin. Now you can describe the plugin that you want to create. For example, if you want to add a timer to your dashboard, you can type in something like create a plugin that show a timer in my WordPress dashboard. Okay, and let me create a sticky note on my WordPress dashboard to save some quick notes there. Okay, so I'll type in something like create a WordPress plugin sticky note. I improved the prompt a little bit, and now let's just run it. It may ask some questions and ask for permissions, so make sure to allow them. And you can see creating plugin with a dashboard widget, editing files, planning text, activating plugin, and verifying it loads correctly. And it's done. You can see the amount of work it did, PHP files created, and where to find it, and so on. Now to test it, let's go back to our studio and let's open up our website dashboard, and I should see the option over here. You can see quick notes, and this is the one that I just added. If you don't see it, you can just go to screen options here, where I can actually hide all these things to avoid distraction. And this is the one that we just created. And to test it, I'll type in something and save note, and note saved successfully. And this is not just a simple widget. If I go to plugins, you can see this is the plugin name I have given with some description by my username. I can even link this to my website, and I can change the name, and I can change the description, and so on. Let's delete these. Now it might look simple to you, but if I open up the actual folder, here in the first plugin folder, if I go to WP content, plugins, this is the one that we created. You can see the amount of files created here. Also this one, and some assets in the form of CSS. So you can see that with this simple prompt, we just created a brand new plugin. Again, you can describe your plugin in detail, and you can make a plugin the way you want. Now in the upcoming videos, we will cover that how we can upload our plugin to WordPress repository, and how we can create a pro version of a plugin, and then we can sell it only if you show some interest on this video. Okay, so this was how you can set up an environment for a WordPress plugin, and you can create a custom WordPress plugin. We will be building some more plugins in the upcoming videos, so stay tuned for that. Still, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next.